Good afternoon. Welcome to the Detroit Coney Grill. Here we are. Detroit Coney Grill. We know Saturday night we've got a big game coming up, the Washington Redskins versus the Detroit Lions. We will be here at the grill with all our hand-cooked pizza, Detroit-style pizza, great food, and ready to go. That's all we need. 6953 North Hayden Road, just south of Indian Bend. My name is Shoeshine Mike, and this is the podcast, Lions of the Desert podcast. We do play-by-play interviews and just have a good time while the games are on for the Detroit Lions. I'm going to start off with the fact, and we know this. If you heard my podcast, I did a little podcast Tuesday night. Just kind of an intro, okay? You got Washington favored by 9. The Lions are favored by 9.5 over Washington. I don't see an upset in the making. There are reasons why. We got people back from our injured reserve: Terrion Arnold, David Montgomery, Taylor Decker, the kid Zertran, the other defensive back, linebacker. Offensive lineman. I'm getting all mixed up now because so much information's hitting me. The Lions are ready to go. It's going to be Ford Field. It's going to be packed. And let me tell you something about downtown Detroit this Saturday. The Red Wings, the Pistons, and the Lions will all be in downtown Detroit Sports Center. Okay? And it's right downtown. All teams play right in that same area. I think the Red Wings are on in the morning. They'll be on NBC at 10 o'clock. The Pistons come on at 1 o'clock. And then the Lions start at 6 at 6:15. So you've got a full day of sports in downtown Detroit. I'm going to try to find Dave Major because we want to talk about the food and the fun that will be here. I do mention one thing that's very important. Please be here early. All right? The game kicks off at 6:15, and it'll, of course, be on Fox TV if you're watching from that. Hello, are you listening to me? And it'll be on there. It'll be on Fox Sports. I'm checking microphones. Don't mind me. And it'll be a big game. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of it going on. Earlier in the day, you've got the Chiefs and the Texans. All right. Prelude to the Lions game. And I think if I look at it, I don't see Kansas City having a problem. It's in Arrowhead. We all absolutely know how Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, and company share for it. I don't know if Taylor Swift will be there or not. Really doesn't matter to me. We're waiting for our night. We want to see Holly Campbell. We want to see all the ladies of Detroit at our game there. I think it'd be so much fun. Everyone's ready. Any trick plays? You're not hearing anything about Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson talking about contract talks with another team. A lot of teams are getting their people already. My money goes on Mike McCarthy going to Chicago. He has the patience, and he has the ability to tell the owners, give me what I need. Give me what I need, and maybe we'll go forward with it because Chicago's a mess. We all know that. The Thanksgiving Day game, they could not make up their mind what to do with the ball. I've never seen such crazy in my entire life. So give me a moment here. I'll be right back. We're going to go Dave Major, the owner of Detroit Coney Grill, and a wonderful friend of mine. Back with you in just a moment. For soda, 8 minutes.
My middle name? Hallie Bolden.
Bolden.
Are we in the podcast?
Yep. We got a real treat here. One of our table jockeys extraordinaire, Hallie Bolden's here. I was giving people a prelude to Saturday night. We're going to have the Redskins game, the Lions game. It's going to be crowded.
It's going to be really crowded. It's going to be wall to wall.
Amen. Amen. And you should see this lady work. I mean, just total control, total handles on it. The boss is walking by with plates. Then you get a pretty good crowd here and they're pretty good people.
Oh yeah, good people, good crowd, especially on Lions game days.
Yeah, and a lot of regulars.
Oh yeah, regulars every Sunday.
Okay. Anybody particularly want to say hi to? This goes to everybody.
Everybody?
This is on YouTube. This is national on YouTube.
To all the Lions fans, especially the ones that come here.
There you go. Now you got to figure downtown Detroit's going to be fun. The Red Wings, the Lions, and the Pistons are all playing in Detroit Sports Complex downtown. All these are downtown, yeah, fully downtown. How crazy you think? Crazy you think that's all going to be?
So crazy.
Does the word ape dash kind of come to mind there? Does that kind of, you can cuss on these, but I have a regular radio show, ladies and gentlemen. I have to watch the FCC rules in my regular, so I keep it down here. So Haley, you're ready for a good busy Saturday night.
Oh, yeah. Oh, super busy night. Ready. Yeah. I pushed back my other job so I could be here.
And we pushed back the computer so we get Dave in there. You know, Dave.
See Haley this Saturday. She is one of the best servers you'll ever encounter. All of our servers are beautiful. They're helpful and everything like that. And look at, she's laughing. She's smiling. Haley, tell them what to expect if they come in here Saturday.
Expect the blue shots when the Lions win.
That's right. She knows. Absolutely.
And we sing the Lions victory song, you know, forward down the field. And this is Dave Nager. You know that him is the owner of Detroit Coney Grill. What's anything special for the weekend? And tell folks you will have the Detroit-style pizza.
So there's no question about it. We are going to serve the Detroit-style pizza. We're doing some beer specials. And this week, because the playoffs start, we're doing some giveaways. We're going to probably sell some raffle tickets. We got some Lions gear, so it's going to be very cheap. Someone's going to walk away with some nice hats, maybe even possible a Lions apron, but it's going to be a lot of fun this weekend.
Go for the apron. It's cool. It really is. You'll be the hit of the camp out. 2 quick questions for you, and we've got Haley here, so the rose between two thorns.
Why do you keep calling her Haley?
Isn't it? I thought it was
Hallie.
Oh, Haley.
It's okay. He was messing it up for a while, too.
See, I waited for that. I waited 57 years to see that comment. I think I'm attached. What we'll do then is 2 quick questions. 1, downtown Detroit is going to have the Red Wings, the Pistons, and the Lions all playing Saturday.
But they moved the game times to accommodate the Lions game.
So the Red Wings will be on at 11 o'clock in the morning. The Pistons come on at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in that neighborhood. Then the Lions start at 6. How sweet, nice, and humble will downtown Detroit be?
It's going to be ridiculous busy. It's not going to be humble. It's not going to be any of the above that you just described. Let me tell you something. It's going to be popping and rocking and lit.
Dave and I are 2 native Detroiters. Yeah. I would want to be there so bad. It would be insane. Do you have any idea how bad I would want to be there?
Yeah. I mean, it's been a long time since you've had 3 sports franchises, 2 in the same building, playing back to back.
Little Caesars Arena.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Pistons and Wings.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And they said it takes them 45 minutes to switch from the hockey game to the basketball game.
They have to get the courts ready up. They have to take down one and put up the other. It's crazy.
So basically,
I wish I owned a restaurant down there on that.
Oh, the restaurants are going to go crazy. You know, downtown is already booked. All the hotels are taken, and they're not taken for just the one night. These are 3-day stayovers over there. They make it pay 3 days to stay. And I would stay there this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I may be dumb, but I ain't stupid. I know I'll need some little sleep after all that. All right. And now part 2. We have the Detroit Lions. The injuries are back. Terrion Arnold comes back. David Montgomery comes back. All these sports wiggies on ESPN and so on other sundry sportscasts are saying that the Commanders are the pick to upset the Detroit Lions, and Lions have a 9.5-point play.
That's okay. I mean, let's think about this. And you said ESPN.
Yes.
That's who you mentioned, right?
Yes. All 4. Remember that when all 4 picked the Vikings?
I do remember. But ESPN is owned by Disney, so it's all it's a kid's show anyway.
Oh, so it's magical fairy dust.
Magical fairies. Yeah.
Welcome to Disney. Oh, here we are.
So for me to listen to what a sports head on ESPN says, I'm not good.
And especially Stephen A. Smith.
So Stephen A. Smith did pick the Lions as his one for most of the year.
For most of the year, he
did give him. But he, hopped on the injury train just like everybody else,
Yeah.
and they said, "See, here's one thing they don't know, is they don't know what's inside of those Lions players."
I'm telling you, when you speak of lion-hearted, 2 names come to mind immediately. When Alex Anzalone came back against the Vikings,
Played with a broken forearm.
his nickname is Thor, and he threw that hammer, baby.
Yeah, listen, see, that's the difference between our players. They have bought into Dan Campbell's
Right.
culture, his way. Hey, look, we should tell this to our youth kids. There's one thing about being hurt and another thing about being injured. If
Right.
you're hurt, get up, walk it off,
That's
call
it.
it a day. If you're injured, stay down. We'll come take care
We'll
of you.
come take care of you.
All these Lions players are not only playing when they're hurt,
Yeah.
they're even playing when they're injured. This is another level of I want this.
Uh-huh.
I'm willing to do anything I can to make
Yes.
sure that this happens because this is our chance.
This is.
Our chance.
I am so giddy for all this right now. I know that this is the next step. We got the Rams in Philly, and I don't care who we play.
That's gonna be a lot better game than those idiot ESPN folks are saying, too. They're all picking-
I can't believe that. They're all picking Philly.
They're thinking Saquon Barkley's going to have another 300 yards or something like that. Well, the Rams defensive coordinator is listening to all this. Hey, let's make Jalen Hurts beat us. That's simple.
You know who else is listening to this? Matthew Stafford. And we do know Matthew Stafford. He's got the guns. He's got the running back. He's got the poise. He has much more poise than Jalen Hurts.
Well, you know what? If I'm a betting man, I don't know who I would take right now at this point because I'm going to wait till that line actually settles. The line is moving.
Right.
But I will tell you this. Don't count those Rams out. Not at Stafford.
I'm not counting the Rams out at all, only because the Eagles know how to make mistakes, and they're very good at it. They've had their mistakes playing. Look at the last game they had.
It's not even that. You make them one-dimensional, and now
Yes.
all of a sudden you focus on taking away Saquon Barkley. You got to get him out of the
Bingo.
game. Get him out of the
Bingo.
game.
You just hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
And for the Lions, watch that defensive line with Bobby Wagner. Keep an eye on that, right? But don't let Jalen run. All right, don't let him run.
So I will say this about Jaden Daniels, rookie of the year, without a doubt.
ASU kid.
ASU kid, love him to death. Everything he's done is amazing. He's a man of God, which for me is another level of respect that I give him.
Yes.
But he is not facing the pressure
Right.
that he is going to be under
Uh-huh.
with the lights, prime time,
That's right.
and Lions. And I'm going to tell you something. You know who my biggest critic was? I was the biggest critic of AG last year.
Yeah, I'm not
But
now,
you-
baby.
It's not that I'm not now. He was willing to send everybody with the blitz against Sam Darnold,
That's right.
and he's going to have to do that again. AG, if you listen, keep it up, my boy.
Yeah.
Send those boys after Jaden Daniels
That's
because
right.
he's never going to see a flurry of blitzes.
You'll crush him in, and he'll be as lost as Sam Darnold was in the Vikings game. Now, we mentioned Jaden Daniels, and she was smiling over you. Was he sending you new notes in class?
No.
Oh.
See, I know some names because I had Saquon on my fantasy team.
You had faith.
I know some names.
You got any Lions on your fantasy team?
I actually didn't. I didn't do the draft. I let it auto draft. And I
Auto
got lucky.
draft.
I got
Good,
lucky. I
good
was
Lord.
working. I was
That's
working.
like you go get a lottery ticket and you go, nah, pick them.
I know.
They never win.
I was at work. I mean,
Oh,
I got
oh.
fifth place.
At work gambling. Uh-huh. Was it here? It was here. She was gambling at work. I want this duly noted here that she was gambling at work. We have no clue who that suspect is. I can make a good face when I'm doing mystery and drama. Okay.
Switch over.
I should, huh? I've acted quite a bit and done some pretty dramatic plays. So, I've got an audition coming up that I can't wait for. Shylock in The Merchant of Venice, ASU Gamage. And it's a very good story. And the only reason I got it is because of my voice. I thought it was,
The first time you ever did it last time.
yeah. And
I didn't know I was good at this.
I didn't know I was good at this. I had at the Herberger Theater, I did a 3-hour production of the Ballad of Barbara Allen, and which is a very spooky kind of thing. And it's about a witch boy who must be human because he fell in love with Barbara Allen and all this stuff. And all this, the churches and everybody are coming after her as a witch. And it was fun. I really, really enjoyed it. Never did it. I got first place in the state acting guild. So, any conclusions?
Yes, another reason why I'm very, very, very happy that we're playing Jaden Daniels. Because unlike Jared Goff in practice, Jaden Daniels can give us an idea of what to expect
Yes.
in the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Because as good as Jalen Hurts is, he's not Jaden Daniels or as mobile, and he doesn't run as much. Where Jaden Daniels can, for lack of a better term, simulate what we're going to face with either Lamar Jackson or Patrick Mahomes.
That's a really, really good point because he does the same Patrick Mahomes moves in the back. You ever watch his feet? He does it. And he said on national TV when he was interviewed last when they won, when they were going for the national championship, that he studied the moves of Patrick Mahomes, the footwork and everything. And everybody, and if you watch him play, he does have that down. Are you looking at? No, that's a trick game. Houston, Kansas City. If you don't take Kansas City, go home. Take a nap.
They always find
someone,
a way.
someone, and it's more than that. Someone asked me, "Does Houston have a chance?" I said, "I'm supposed to say they always have a chance."
Yeah.
But None of my money's going.
I've never heard any given Saturday. Hey, thank you. And my buddy was here, was a Texans fan. He's crazy right now. My buddy that came in was a Texans fan and took pictures and everything. He was a really good guy. And he said I said the same thing. I said any given Saturday, and they look at you like, okay, I didn't see that movie. I saw the other one. Did you ever see the movie Every Given Sunday? Oh my God, it's such a good movie.
See, the Chiefs though, they always get there somehow, one way or the other. Even when you think they're not, they go.
Well, you've seen all year. They pull tricks out of their hat for some reason and win at the end of the game. There was a game a couple of years ago. I don't know if you ever watched it on Buffalo and Kansas City. 13 seconds were left. Kansas City brought it back and hit the field goal and won. And I wanted Buffalo to win so bad that game. And I was dying. I had a house full of Buffalo fans.
They're playing together, aren't they? Buffalo and Kansas City? Or no, they might.
Oh, they might. Yeah. If Kansas City wins and Buffalo beats the Ravens, beats Baltimore. And I think that's who it's going to be. I think it's going to be. Now, one more question and I'll let you go, you busy little girl. Isn't she cute? Look how cute she is. She's so cool, too. She'll give you change for an ice cube. All right, let's do this. Who would you rather go against, Buffalo and Josh Allen, or the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes? Or does it matter?
I think Kansas City.
You're going to go with Kansas City and Lions, which was the pick at the beginning of the year.
I would rather play Kansas City because Josh Allen's a little scary.
All right. Do you know what's another good point about playing Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes? Jared Goff is 4-0 against Patrick Mahomes. Every time he's faced him in LA and with Detroit when we opened that game last year, he's won.
Good.
Yeah.
That's a good thing, too.
That's kind of a good sign to have.
Maybe they'll stop pulling tricks out of their hat by the time they play us.
Maybe, you know what? I think they're scouted well enough that anytime they try a trick play, we would know it. You don't know the Lions trick plays. You and I have both been fooled. That last one when they did the hook and lateral, and Amon St. Brown passed to Jameson. Everybody thought he just caught the ball and was going to lay down, and then that was it. It was a receive. Boom! No, he's gone. Touchdown. You know, and that was really a lot of fun.
Like I said, it's the Lions' year.
That's marriage material. Do you understand me? For you young guys, and she's a cutie pie and works hard and just lovely and a wonderful command of the human language until she says fuck. So you're all ready for Saturday night. Gonna get some extra rest?
Maybe.
I think you should.
Maybe. Well, I do work Friday night, so.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
3 a.m. type of thing.
Yeah. So the thing Friday night, the secret, because I used to 10 bar for 30 years, you do the Friday and Saturday night, which is your bread and butter. You got to work both. I mean, that's bills. That's all the bills. Everything else is pocket change. As far as I was concerned. All right.
It still is.
I go home after a Friday night and I will sit and stretch your legs because I need it too bad. Bad. All right. Sometimes. And you get really that busy. You don't notice when you're busy how much you're moving.
Yeah.
Right? Until you go home and you sit down and go, hey, wait a second here. And, I'm too tired to get up and run a hot bath because you need one. Right. So you just take a shower and you go to bed. Mm-hmm. And then it takes about another hour to get to sleep because you're still moving pretty fast.
Especially if you eat right after, too.
I do. Yeah, I eat right after. I'll do like pizza or some nasty.
I got delivery already on the way about 20 minutes before I'm leaving work.
Okay, back in my day, we all went to Denny's. Right, we all went to Denny's at 2 a.m. Yeah. And all your customers are there, so they buy your breakfast. It's usually pretty cool, and because they had a good time. All right, one more thing. We get to you. How much do you like working here?
I like working here so much. You have 3 jobs, and I keep working here. Yeah. So.
And because it's good people to work with too. The kitchen's really cool.
Mm-hmm. Kitchen, customers, regulars,
and you work with good bartenders,
yep.
And the people that come here are very polite and nice too. You never hear derogatory shit in here. Mm-hmm. You just don't. And that's what I like about it a whole lot.
Some of the nicest regulars I've ever had work here, come in here when we're working.
Well, one thing I thought last week that was very cool, and I didn't get a chance because David was really busy. There was a couple visiting here from Detroit, and they had watched the which game did they watch? I'll get it in a minute. Oh, not Minnesota, the Packers game back home Detroit, but they caught us on YouTube, and because they couldn't see it at work, and I looked up Detroit Lions on YouTube, and we came up Lions in the Desert, and they said we put it on, and she said we had more fun just watching you. And your facial expression, so and the way you yelled and screamed, you would leave the screen and hug people, and they showed. Thank you. Right in front of the big screen. Oh, right here! Look at this. Look at this. I got DC. I got DC in the house. Well, some big ass. It's a big guy sits right in front of me, and that's happened a couple of times.
Jumping and in at the
Oh,
moment.
I don't, because I'm jumping standing with him, so that doesn't bother me. But we get a lot of good people here. We interview a lot of people from Detroit. I'm a Hamtramck boy myself, and we get everybody from everywhere. So do me a favor, come in Saturday night, say hi to us. Hallie will be here. Oh, you know what? I'm going to call her the Comet.
The comment.
This is Hallie the Comet.
Same thing.
Same thing. She comes around every 97 years, so you might have to wait for beer. Just kidding. Just kidding. But there's always a spark. There's always a spark. A wonderful lady. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. Fun?
Yes, very fun.
You're a star now,
Oh,
the podcast star.
thank goodness.
Yes.
I need that boost.
Thanks, Hallie. That was Hallie Avard, and you saw David Nager. The game is Saturday night. This place will be packed. Please come in a little bit early. I'll be here at 4. I know I've got to set up at 4, do the interviews, talk to a lot of people, get the sports clips all in there, because you're already going to have a game going on with the, I think we'll probably catch the end of the Kansas City game, and we will have a lot more fun with the rest of them too. The fun will be here Saturday night. Kickoff is at 6:15, and I mean it sincerely. Not the biggest place. Get here a little early, have something to eat, settle down for the game. Plenty of good specials on beer and everything else here. Good munchies, the Detroit pizza, Better Made potato chips, Faygo Rock and Rye, Verner's Ginger Ale, all the good stuff. So thank you very much for watching our podcast. We'll be brought back to you just in. It'll be it'll be up and running this afternoon or tomorrow morning. So do me a favor, have a good week. Go Lions. The spread is 9.5. Dan Campbell's got this. Hang tight. Bye-bye.